If you're having an idling issue with your YZ250, as in it won't, even with the clutch pulled in, it wants to kind of die out and you have to kind of rev it here and there, especially going on downhills. I've had this issue for a while. This video hopefully should help. Today what I'm going to do is take the carb off, or at least rotate it, and take the jet block off of the carb. So if you look on a part schematic, you will not see this gasket on there because I don't know, I guess Yamaha didn't want people to service it. Not sure why, because it's a very important gasket and it's honestly the last thing I've yet to do with this bike to try and fix the issue. So what happens is when the jet block gets cracked or damaged or old and doesn't seal, you'll have a rich running condition, and that's the problem I've been having. I've gone down in pilot jet. I'm currently at a 42 in a 175 main, which is fine for my area. It should be plenty fine. I live in Roanoke, Virginia at about roughly 1,000 feet of elevation. I run the correct plug, the BR8EG, and I have everything set up properly, good electrics, everything's checked and fine. Good compression, everything like that. So I've cleaned the carb multiple times, checked with jetting, and what happens is when this gasket goes bad, it allows it to flood, making it have a rich condition, and it makes jetting almost impossible. So I'm really hoping once I do this job, I'll probably start it up and maybe just take it around my yard or something. But I'm really hoping that helps the idling issue, because it's been very frustrating trying to take it on trails or wherever, and you're going downhill and it wants to kind of die on you for no reason, and I believe that's why. So let's hop to it. Turn the carb around like this, took off the float and took out the pilot jet. I don't think I really need to take out the main, but I might. Then I need to take out these two Allen bolts here, Allen head bolts. And I got a kit I found. I actually didn't even know it was an All Balls brand until I bought it. It was on eBay. These little gaskets are hard to find, but this is what you need. It's a little gasket thing here. It even comes with an Allen key. Star, you know what? That's not an Allen, it's a star, or hex, or Torx, or whatever you want to call it. A few different names, but this is the number that you need for this, and it says everything that it fits. For some reason, it does not list down here the YZ250, but I've confirmed that it is for the YZ250. Mine's an 03. So, yeah, let's take these two bolts out and go from there. Once you take those two bolts out, here's what you're left with, and this is the jet block. So what you see in the carb is like this. The main pilot hole, and on the underside of that is a very, very important gasket. That tiny little hole on the left is for the pilot. And there's two right there kind of for the main. And then here's how it looks inside the carb without that jet block. Not many people know that this needs to be looked at, and honestly, I did not either until recently. I knew it existed, I just didn't think to really check it. So I'm glad I did, because if you look at it, I'll take it apart, take it off, but it's pretty flat, pretty degraded and old. It's definitely the original. So here's the All Balls one. All right, so next step, let's take this gasket off and put the new one on. I just turned this thing over, kicked it over, got it tuned a little bit with the same jetting. It runs beautifully. Did not stall. I checked it out pretty thoroughly, at least what I have. I have a pretty decent, I don't know, incline like this of a driveway. So I kind of went down, and it didn't want to stall. It didn't start to die, really. So preliminary results are very promising with this new jet block gasket. And holy crap, I took it just down my road a little bit, just up till third gear. This thing pulls like a freaking animal now. I mean, truly, I don't think it's ever felt like this. I'm super impressed. No hesitation whatsoever off idle. It just freaking goes right off the bat. I'm almost at a loss for words. Sorry. It's like riding a new bike all over again. This thing is wicked, insane. I can't wait to take it on a track and some trails again and see really how it does. That'll be the real test. But just around the yard and around my street, this runs beautifully. Super happy, super happy. So if you have a similar issue where your YZ250 does not seem to want to idle properly, and you've messed with jetting and checked electrical, and you've checked your top end and everything else associated that you need to check first, take a look at the jet block gasket and get that kit from All Balls. I really do think that's something that needs to be looked at and replaced here and there. It is a gasket, and it's very critical to the running of these bikes. Hope that helps. Have a good one. Stay safe out there.